Dallas, safety, stay Arizona, down here to Atlanta, Georgia.
They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I can beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run.
We don't like these schools, they don't like us. We don't like them, they don't like us. We don't like them, they don't like us. They think it's a fucking joke. They think I'm a joke. They think you a joke. They think our coaching staff's a joke. They think the front office is a joke. That's why we won 2 in a row, going for the 3-peat. Alright? There's a reason why we call them the aints. Because they ain't gonna stop Tuclanta. Now let's do this, yo. Let them know if they think that they think we jokes. We gonna be the ones, Tuclanta Falcons, gonna be the ones with the last lap. We the ones gonna have the last lap. So rip these schools apart. From the end to the start. You know why I saw the gridiron? Bring him out fucking flat. Bring it in, y'all. Bring it in, y'all. Tuclanta on 3. Win on 6. 1, 2, 3, Tuclanta. 4, 5, 6, win. Get this shit. Not really in that mood. Not in that mood, y'all. Mic'd up. Not in a good mood.
It's the New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Right. Get ready, y'all. Get ready, Shady. Oh, we on your logo. I got one handle that.
There's a look inside the
on your logo,
Caesar
nigga.
Superdome
On your logo, nigga.
New Orleans.
On your logo, nigga.
It's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints.
Win, y'all. It's for home field. It's for home field. It's for home field. Get 2 games ahead. For the sweep, get the brooms out.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Let's go. Come on out, Jules. Come on out, Jules.
Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll start this drive out.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
How do you do right there?
Former
As they're
Saint,
going to bury him
nigga.
in the backfield.
Now with Tuclanta,
It was a
nigga.
loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Williams.
Hey! Quit fucking with me, Cookie!
Results there in 9
You need to quit
yards.
fucking with me, Cookie.
And that'll leave them
You
with a
y'all
3rd and 2. This defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially
Sit the
open
fuck
field.
down.
Very few missed tackles on tape that I
You
saw
got that
last
smack.
game.
You
His
got
team
that
does a
smack.
nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Yes, though.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out.
I told y'all to watch the fucking
guys know what you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Oh, shit.
Now a nice throw here right side. He holds it in.
What?
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Back to throw. Williams.
Oh, he's out. He was out. He was out. He was out.
Great play there.
See that?
Touchdown number
He was way out. He was way out.
And the Saints will claim the
way out.
lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And now, of course, all scoring plays
he didn't have possession either.
I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
He didn't have possession. That ball was bobbling. He didn't have possession, Ralph. Oh, y'all hold on.
So they called it a touchdown originally. This will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Shady.
So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first-half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Talking shit, honey badger? You on my lineman, bitch.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd, here's Algier. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Oh, he smacked it last second.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
88.
Not much at all. I think for
88.
both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
But when you go on the road, you're hoping to make plays that will take the crowd out of the game. I think that's a pretty good example right there.
Yeah, a break like that never hurts, especially in the first quarter. Maybe help to set the tone a little bit.
Could settle them down, get them into the game a little bit easier without that crowd really being against them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Fired up.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
They'll run on 1st down.
You got it.
Weathers. And he is into the end zone for
Oh,
a
you
Falcon
dirty
touchdown.
fuck, Bruno.
A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
He's going to tie it up.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And Charles...
You know, Webbers. Oh shit, we got 4 running backs now. You know, most.
Season ended today, and it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting,
Pay attention,
streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Kilgore. And this
fucking with me, dog.
To pick up
You
the
fucking with me,
first.
dog.
A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ah! Oh, fuck, I got faked out.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle they go. Kilgore. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
No.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Balling, lady.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Hey, nigga.
This is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Skinner. That one complete to Anderson. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. And it's out.
Get that fucking shit out of here.
Falcons grab it.
Freestyle or free safety, free Lancer from Tuclanta. First name Morgan or just Mo. Last name Weezy, jersey
These
number
defenders,
44.
they become so adept, though, at turning it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles.
Get your fucking head knocked off. Get your fucking head knocked off.
You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just go a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
19 Sergeant.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he'll take it into
Shout to Atlanta.
Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. 28 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
They only get 3. Easy gets a false fumble, they get 6. Coincidence, I think.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 2nd down, Kilgore, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down,
good
Kilgore. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Williams off the play fake.
Did I know? How the fuck did I know?
There, it's intercepted.
I told you.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
When the team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look in the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now, here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real. After having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Yo.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On second down, Mostert.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Weathers, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Skinner.
Oh!
Catch at the 2. And
Sit him the fuck down. Sit him the fuck down.
Down at the 2-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a play fake here on first down. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Williams now. Off play action. That is holding by Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. They'll run on first down. Kilgore. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Here's Williams on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now Williams looking to throw on second down. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wallace.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
Running so fucking slow.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Look, turn on the turbo. You faster than that, Willie.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
So fucking running.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Skinner rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off. What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
They'll get this to about the 38.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
To throw on 2nd down. Williams. Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
That's
Now to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Again, he'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass.
That field goal.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off the play fake. Skinner.
PI.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Thank you. I was blatant
So
in
a
the
PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing again. Skinner.
Oh!
Going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back to throw again. And the throw left sideline here is caught. Incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. A great effort there. As the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28.
Damn, man.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
Oh, bitches. Y'all some hoe-ass niggas.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
Hoe-ass niggas, dog. Take a shot.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Looking to throw. Skinner looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Back to throw. Skinner. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. They'll run here with Algier. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Off the bootleg. Skinner.
Got it.
Touchdown Falcons.
20
yards out. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Williams.
Good hit,
He
Jay
slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Operating from the gun.
Oh, I thought he...
And Thomas has it.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
SOS, SOS.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Going right back to Michael Thomas.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He'll get it inside the 20.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Attention,
Frank! Complete. That's Thomas.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
On 1st down, Kilgore. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Williams. Touchdown.
Turn around, Peters.
Michael Thomas, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Saints get a bit closer.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Off play action. Skinner. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete.
Sit the fuck down.
And they're going to get this down
to
near
the
the
boy, that
35-yard
motherfucker.
line.
Disrespectful.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Skinner. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
He's got it. Touchdown.
Outside, land up, there you go.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. Now a give, right side.
And that takes
bitch.
Ah!
They go backwards.
I'm not
here.
fucking with
Losing
y'all
yardage
thoughts.
back at
I'm
the
not fucking with y'all
48-yard line.
thoughts.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think
I'm
that they'll
fucking
get
with
away
y'all
from the run.
Fuck
They're
no.
trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll keep it on the ground. Kilgore, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he's going to be intercepted
Again.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Stop
Still
it.
down
Get
quite
help.
a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and
their
got an
ass.
interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle they go. Weathers. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down now, Weathers. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Weathers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Algier with another carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Trying the left side with Algier. And he is touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
How the fuck that feel?
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they start.
And a loose football.
Get the fuck off me.
And they will take
fuck off me.
At the 29-yard
fuck off
line.
me.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct.
It
simply has not been that night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt.
3 splash plays. 3 splash plays. Walk out of here.
They've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Starting the drive with Algier.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner, turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
What about that one?
Algier going straight ahead. 93 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
7 yards there and a first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Skinner throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Falcons are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. Coup for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Williams. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Williams now looking to throw on 2nd down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And he's got his
move out the way! What's gonna pop his
and
shit?
it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Fucking way next time.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is a chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
It's a gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said,
he's got a man complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. Back to throw. Williams. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's Williams to throw on second down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Looking to throw. Williams. Going long here for Wallace. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
That was fucked up, Shady. Damn, that was fucked up.
Under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the
Get out
nation
the ball.
quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Falcons,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.